Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another fantasy basketball video. You guys are gonna love this one. For this video, we're gonna be talking about late round sleeper picks. Basically players that, if you're in a deep league, have a lot of draft picks, have a lot of general managers, you might be targeting these players at the end of your drafts. And I'm telling you now, it might just be worth it. Late round sleepers, make sure you guys don't miss any of these targets. But quickly, before I get on with the video, just want to say, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, welcome to ezBUCKETz. My name is Zoom, and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button, and click this button right here, the post notification bell, to not miss any of my upcoming videos. Just one more thing, guys, if you guys want fantasy basketball advice and want help with winning your fantasy basketball league, I'm here for you guys. Go check out my Patreon page. Link is down in the description. I offer fantasy basketball advice with your draft, your team, trades, everything. Go check it out. Just quickly, I want to give a quick shout out to my current Patreon members. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I'll do my best to help you guys win your fantasy basketball league this year. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about the best late round sleeper picks. When it comes to your fantasy basketball team, having a solid bench is very important to a potential victory. Drafting the perfect players at the end of your teams can go a long way, as these late round sleeper picks could become your favorite fantasy studs. In this video, I got 5 players that in my opinion are considered late round sleepers only because they're ranked out of the 150 mark. And if you're in a big fantasy basketball league and have to pick players around the 150 to 250 mark, I believe these players are a great target and must target as a late round sleeper pick. The first player on this list is a special mention, and that's Carmelo Anthony. And honestly, I believe Carmelo Anthony should not be slept on fantasy night. When talking about Carmelo Anthony, he signed a 1-year contract with the Blazers, and when talking about his new role for the Portland Trail Blazers this year, people believe he'll be a nobody because he'll be a 6-man coming off the bench. As I make this video, his fantasy rank is 179, and in my personal opinion, he's definitely worth more and should not be there. Carmelo Anthony wants to prove to everybody how good he is. He still wants to put up points, and I believe drafting Melo around the 130 to 150 mark as a sleeper, he'll give you about, let's say, 14 points per game and potentially be a 6-man of the year option. Carmelo Anthony, one of my favorite late round sleepers. The next player on this list is Derrick Jones Jr, another Portland Trail Blazer player, and he's on this list because he is replacing Carmelo in that starting lineup this year. When talking about Derrick Jones Jr, he just played the first Portland Trail Blazers preseason game, and he's showing great signs of a potential fantasy threat. He's going to be very impactful on efficiency, getting most of his baskets at the rim, and also give you some decent amount of rebounds. With him being ranked 172, you can possibly get him in the last round of your fantasy drafts. Expect about 11 points per game, 5 rebounds with great efficiency. The next player on this list is one of my favorite 6-men in the NBA. That's Jordan Clarkson of the Utah Jazz, guys. And I believe with his ADP of 186, he's a late round sleeper. And I believe what he did last year as a 6-man off the bench for Utah, he's gonna do it again. He averaged about 15 points per game last year, and I see him doing the exact same thing. Just don't expect much rebounds, assists, steals, or blocks, but he's there as a late round sleeper if you need some easy, cheap points. Jordan Clarkson, one of my favorite late round sleepers, don't miss out on him. The next player on this list is Lu Dort of OKC, and he's actually one of the biggest sleepers, one of the biggest potential breakout players in this upcoming season. When talking about Lu Dort, he was amazing last year in the NBA playoffs for OKC. He guarded James Harden and shows signs of a great 3-and-D player, especially for fantasy basketball. The head coach of OKC is saying that this year, Lu Dort is going to take a big step forward, and I believe I see a potential, let's say 30 points per game with 2 steals and 1 block. That's his kind of caliber, and I see that being very possible. Draft Lu Dort around the 160 mark if he's available. The next sleeper pick is Juancho Hernangomez of the Timberwolves, guys. He's one of my favorite when it comes to power forwards that can give you a good amount of points, rebounds, and also shoot that 3 ball. When talking about Juancho Hernangomez, as of right now, he's the starting power forward for the Wolves. He's a great floor spacer for D'Angelo Russell and Cat, and I believe he'll have the same role he did last year when he got traded from the Nuggets to the Wolves during the NBA trade deadline. I see Juancho Hernangomez averaging about 13 points per game, maybe 6 rebounds, and 2 threes a game. He's a perfect late round sleeper. He's ranked 217, and in my opinion, he should definitely be worth higher, maybe the 160 to 170 mark. Get Juancho Hernangomez in your last rounds if you're looking for a power forward center player. And the last sleeper pick on my list is Darius Bailey of OKC, and according to George Hill, a veteran on that squad, Darius Bailey is going to take the biggest jump and show the most improvement when it comes to this upcoming season. Darius Bailey is the guy for OKC after losing Gallinari. Bailey is currently 158, and what he brings is great efficiency. He might be able to give you some decent points, maybe plus 11, plus 12, but gives you blocks and rebounds. And as a power forward, a young power forward that's trying to prove himself to the NBA, I believe this is Darius Bailey's year, and with him being ranked 158, he's definitely a late round sleeper. Get Darius Bailey for cheap blocks, boards, and potentially a scoring breakout. But ultimately, guys, this wraps up my video for today on the top 5 or top 6 if you add Melo late round sleeper picks for this upcoming fantasy season. What's most important to me is I want to know what you guys think. Are there any more late round sleepers under the 150 mark? Let me know, put your thoughts in the comment section down below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!